Well, what happened was I had the Chopper Toy album came out, and actually the Little Chopper Toy album it got nominated for the best independent album of sorts. So it was like a little wave we rolled, and that had the East Side West Side remix on it. It had a couple few records on it, so we had a lot of records on it. So what we did was we rolled basically rolled that way. We rolled the whole Little Chopper Toy way, along with the East Side West Side still doing good. The bag up. So we rolled that way, and that's when Sony got to deal with Sony. That's when Sony came. But actually, Koch. That's when Koch came. Koch came, and the DJ Unk era. Got with DJ Unk come through with the Walk It Out. That does go real big. So that's when Koch comes. Koch make big on the president of Koch South. Okay, so now we're working on the A-Town Secret Weapon. That was the album we was working on. Right after the Off the Chain was kind of doing what it was doing, which is like songs on there right now. It's classic. Like you still playing right now to this day, and you're gonna get the same reaction. So it was just working its course, basically setting it up for the new thing, which was the A-Town Secret Weapon. Okay, we finished that album, had the record on there called About Money, had the Do It record on there, and a couple more records, the Dance Flow remix with DJ Unk. So at that time, right when that album was about to get ready to come out, then I had got caught up in like a situation. You know what I'm saying? Where one of my dudes, a guy I thought was my friend, he set me up, and then I had to sit down for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? The Fed. So I sat down for 2 years, and then kind of come back out. Like I was saying earlier, you can't ever question your plan. Cause when I woke up that morning, I didn't think, okay, I'm going to jail. You know what I'm saying? I woke up, happy, ready to go see the dude I thought was my partner. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't surprise me that when I did go to jail, because it was more of like, okay, if I would have been, if I would have got caught doing a lot of other stuff that I done did, it'd have been way worse than this. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons. Then at that time period for them 2 years that I was locked up, it was like a lot of other stuff was happening. Like, a couple of homies was getting killed, and a couple of other my homeboys was getting locked up. So I was feeling like that God put me in that situation just to get my head right, you know what I'm saying? And then plus protect me from a lot of other things that I could have got, you know what I'm saying, messed up in. So I didn't really take it, no real hard or nothing. I just took my shit took time like a man, and just like fuck it, you know what I'm saying? So now, that's behind me, got my mind together, we back doing this right here, which is the AMG, you know what I'm saying, Alliance Music Group, you know what I'm saying? Me and my dog, Young Sneed, T-Money, Todd, and Tone, you know what I'm saying? We all together right now. We basically bringing the old Atlanta back, you know what I'm saying? Because even though this, like what I'm telling you is like, gonna be probably like 30, 35, 45, getting to an hour, you know what I'm saying, interview. But you gotta think, this is like almost 2 decades of music that we talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like over 10-year periods, you know what I'm saying? So it is a lot that has changed from, like back then when the internet, it wasn't the internet, it wasn't on social media, it was you actually going out shaking hands, you know what I'm saying, going to these markets every day, going putting up your own posters. It wasn't, you push the button, you can email, it wasn't YouTube, it wasn't World Star. It was a whole bunch of tools that they got that's available right now that we didn't have actually, back then. Not saying ancient, but it's just different marketing. You know what I'm saying? The marketing aspect of it has just took off to a whole other level. So basically we bringing that same old school hustle, you know what I'm saying, to a new school game. And my grandma said, it ain't nothing new up under the sun. So everything that they doing now, like we've been doing that. We just did it a different way. So we gonna bring that to the new era, and that's why we call ourselves Alliance Music, because what we're doing is we're trying to just align all the rappers from Atlanta, all the producers, all the DJs, everybody, you know what I'm saying, back together. Because you gotta think, at one time, Atlanta was mostly getting slept on. Like, people wanted to study South, people wanted, you know, South, all y'all country, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Now that, and that's when it was the time when we all sticking together. Like, you know, we gonna stick together, oh man, hell no, we ain't gonna let them do it like that, hell no, shout it. You know what I'm saying? And now it just got to a point to where it's like they call it Black Hollywood. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like Lambos that came out, Ferrari. I remember time you'd be happy to have old school on some deuces. You had old school on some deuces, you was the shit. Now it's like you gotta have a Lambo, Ferrari, or Benz, or something to pull up. You know what I mean? So it done actually, you know what I'm saying, became that. You know what I mean? We just trying to bring the structure back. You know what I mean? To the whole ATL, to the street. You know what I'm saying? To all the niggas, you know what I'm saying, that's really been out there grinding and seen and know the real. You know what I'm saying? Real, recognize real, and that's what we here for. You know what I'm saying? Recognize the real shit. And if you buy that real shit, then you come forward the line for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was on the AMG. That was one of the first project that was coming off the AMG label. About My Grind mixtape. You know, it had the Molly. It got the Molly on there. We had to change up the party for the clean version with Waka Flocka. It had the Here We Go record, you know, produced by Freddie B. It also had the One Night song on there, produced by Jay Nice with Gucci Man. So, you know, I had my dog Young Sneed on there. We got a song on Bad Bitches. So we just, you know what I mean, that was just like more like an introduction, just to kind of test the waters, just to see how they would, you know, react or how they would take to the movement. Okay, once they started taking to the movement, and you know, we came and killed with Young Sneed project with Mr. Stunner and Back to the Hood. You know, we killed him with that, and we came with the cosign mixtape, killing them right now, that pill. You know, it's just going hamburger, killing them with that. We got this new single out there, me and Young Sneed, called Bring the Barber, and that's going hamburger. So, you know, it's all about the grind, about my grind, you know what I'm saying? It's you know, about my grind, AMG, you know what I'm saying? About my grind, basically, you know, and that's what we all about, our grind. We just trying to, you know what I'm saying? We all young, smart, you know what I'm saying? Young, smart, you know what I'm saying? Individuals, so we just trying to just, you know, basically use our same effort and grind that we have in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Bring it to the music. You know what I'm saying? Just bring it to the music side, keep it 100 with everybody, and just make good music, man. That's what we're here for, you know what I mean? Just make some good music and just turn this shit up, man. Racking up in this bitch, so much make you sick. Well, you know what I'm saying? You can always get at me, you know, Baby D, AMG, you know, that's my Instagram, that's my Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, everything. You can always Google me. Just, you know, go to Google, BABYD, you know what I'm saying, AMG, or you just put Baby D, and you know, the hella shit come up, man. I mean, I'm all on the world like a spider, man. Y'all also look out for my dog, Sneed AMG, that's his Instagram, you know, his Twitter. Y'all follow the homie, man, you know what I mean? So, you know, y'all working, man. And you really looking for me, all you gotta do is just pull up me on local neighborhood. You know what I'm saying, where the real niggas at. And I'll be right there posted, you know what I'm saying?
Rollies are on TikTok, forum call with no stash spot. If I see it and I want it, I swear to God that I cash out. Never worked no 9 to 5, but I took them trips on 95. Down south with them dirty bird, but they Krispy Kreme like Dunkin' Hines. You can blame my daddy, getting money my habit. All the goddamn carry. I can go feast.